And that brings us to the ethics of experimentation on human beings. Science, by its very nature, requires trial and error and experiments to prove or disprove hypotheses. At the same time, one of the most important things in science is ensuring certain ethical standards and practices are upheld, especially when it comes to experimentation on living beings. For instance, subjects in scientific research should be informed of the fact that they are participating in a study, and made aware of the risks associated with that study so that they can give informed consent before taking part. They also have to be selected in a specific way to ensure the results of the study aren't tainted by bias. While we don't know the criteria for who was selected to enter the vault, we can see right away that a couple of these standards have been breached because the participants don't even know that they were in a scientific study. Because of that, they weren't able to give informed consent, and Vault-Tec starts out with any results they might get being thrown out because of this. But why are those things important in the first place? People need to be able to trust the scientific community if any experiments are ever going to yield positive results for humanity. If it turns out that people were used in an experiment they weren't aware was even happening, they lose trust in authorities and science as a whole. And that trust isn't something that can be easily won back. A famous example of an ethical breach in a study that has rippling effects to this very day can be found in the Tuskegee experiment that ran from 1932 to 1972 in the United States. The purpose of the experiment was to observe the effects of untreated syphilis in a population, but the study participants weren't informed of this and were lied to about the kinds of treatments and appointments that they were partaking in. To make matters worse, nearly 200 people died or otherwise had their lives irreparably altered as a result of not getting proper treatment for a disease that was easily treatable using penicillin. When the news broke in 1972 about the experiment, public trust was broken in a way that has impacted other studies and attempts to improve public health overall in the decades since. There's no way to truly calculate the cost of this one experiment because we can't know how many people failed to seek medical treatment in the aftermath. But it's highly likely that the loss of trust from this one ethical breach set public healthcare initiatives back decades.